Is everybody here? I'd like to make just a couple of comments about the peace talks at Rambouillet on Kosovo. They made a lot of progress. They've got about a 40-page document which describes in greater detail than ever before what the nature of an autonomous Kosovo within Serbia would be like, and that's the good news. There are still some important disagreements. The Serbs have still not agreed to a NATO-led multinational force to try to maintain the peace over a 3-year period. The Kosovars still want some sort of assurance of a referendum at the end of the 3-year period, and neither side will agree to the other's position on that. And so we're working through that today, hoping for a resolution. I talked to Secretary Albright last night. Whatever happens today and however they agree to proceed, I think it's very important that the Serbs exercise restraint on the ground and that the Kosovars respond in kind. They've made a lot of progress, and they don't need to let this thing get away from them, and we'll keep watching it, and I expect there'll be more news on it as the day breaks.
You extended the deadline again, sir, did it?
Well, no, I don't know. That's up to the parties. I hope that they'll be able to resolve what they're going to do today. I think there will be some sort of resolution about where to go from here today, and we'll just have to see.
But no bombing?
Well, whether NATO bombs or not, the Secretary General has the authority in his pocket now. That depends upon the actions of the Serbs. And what we need is continued restraint. But as I said, they've made a lot of progress. They have these two big differences, each side having one condition the other won't agree to. So we'll just have to see where we go today.
Mr. President, Senator Lott expressed concern about a costly, open-ended, no-defined peacekeeping mission. What kind of reassurances can you give him on that point?
Well, I think that what we learned in Bosnia was that we shouldn't set a date certain and later find out we can't meet it and have people feel that they've been misled. I don't want to do that. So I think the important thing to do is to have an exit strategy based on benchmarks, on developments. And then if the Congress agrees with the benchmarks, that those are reasonable standards, then I think we can have an open relationship that has some credibility in the agreements between the Congress and the executive branch. In terms of paying for it, I think in this fiscal year, whatever we have to do, we would need emergency funding because we're in a fiscal year where the defense budget's already set. In the years ahead, I would expect that we would have to work that into the budget, and I think that's what the Congress leaders, Congress, as far as I know, in both parties have expected us to do because they don't want the Pentagon to have to absorb these costs away from readiness and taking care of our people in the military.
Mr. President, the Republicans yesterday suggested that they're backing away from their cross-border tax. Are you willing to take up some of their tax priorities like eliminating the marriage penalty?
We all took an oath, and I think we intend to follow it. We owe it to the American people, and I'm looking forward to it.
I agree with that. Thank you.
Thank you.